with some mucus, which was enough excuse, and maybe didn't like the grass. She's been doing fine, been getting those same hind points that Sunny, so I'm probably just not going slow enough on the sacrum base. Not giving me a tremendous flex or stretch in her pole, and maybe, I mean, she's been better than she was last time, but maybe not totally as loose in her shoulders as I'd like.
Okay, yeah, so she's looking right here. There's a big gap here, narrower on the other side. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. So even with the stretches, she's restricted right here. And appreciate that if I go off that path at an inch, there's no sensitivity.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So, oh, I'm doing good, or I'm not doing good.
Right.
Okay, so pull. So I would expect her right hind to be a little tight. And the key is that you have Maseratis here. And Maseratis always have to be worked on to encourage. They're athletes. And I think you have to appreciate athletes in motion will get restricted as they overdo, and the key is always to keep working with your athletes. You know, there's no athlete in the world that doesn't have flexibility to achieve their greatness. I appreciate that some athletes, I mean, she's a major leaguer. Some athletes, you can have a horse who may not have that same neurosensitivity pattern, may not have a problem, but could be a little leaguer. Right. You know, and they'll be a low claiming or, okay, so a little bit right here, but not bad, not bad.
Last time she was left hind and right front, you know, the right front shoulder and base of her neck.
Okay, so, okay, good, this is good, as opposed to the other side, which is really painful. Okay, so you're getting better here. A little bit right here, so I would still do the hills and valleys, right? Good, 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 good. A little bit right there on that flexor muscle, but not on the accessories. So I would still keep stretching that flexor muscle. Okay, right here. Right here, right here. So I would expect the same intensity that's at the pole on the diagonal to be right here, and
right.
That's pretty well class. So this is a classic pattern where just have to be, like I said, tune up your Maserati. Right, the left hind is middle. It's not bad. I did 4.
I still like it more when you go in there and scan them and say, tell me they're perfect. I might pay extra for that. I mean, it's just, you know, the 2 or 3 times that's happened in the last couple of years, it's just extremely gratifying. Personally, you know what I mean?
I understand.
I mean, because, you know, obviously...
But remember, you're still dealing with Maseratis.
Well, no, I understand.
You're not dealing with the family Rambler.
No, I understand, but when we're doing all this work with them,
but
you'd like to think that I could affect change enough to keep them there.
You are.
I know, but you know.
You're
You're also talking about a gambler at heart that wants to know that when I lead him over there, I'm going to bet my lungs, you know?
But appreciate that your horse goes over happier and more flexible. So now my spacing is equal here, and so you can't keep the head level when you. Okay.
Just tell me I've only got 4 minutes of video left. I'll have to delete some old stuff.
Okay, Victor, if you'd back up.
Turns out, you know, she's kind of boutique farm anyway, who likes things nice and clean and, you know, keeps her property well maintained. And so to have this horse tearing up one of her stalls was not high on her list. And so she basically told me, you know, please get the horse out of here.
Ouch.
And so I sent the horse down to South Carolina to a consignor, and who had told me that she'd had luck getting horses over that problem, and we wanted her to be down south where it's warmer, so if he had to be outside all night, he could be, because he's totally fine outside. With the idea as well being, if we can't get him over these problems, we'll just take him to the 2-year-old sale, and whatever he brings, he brings. Just, you know,
That's where you're at now, then.
well, so he's gotten much better, and we were going to go to the 2-year-old sale anyway, just because I figured that'd be the litmus test. You know, take him out of his environment, put him in a new stall in a new place, put some pressure on him, and if he handles it, you know, maybe we'll protect him a little bit in the ring and buy him back, or keep him, you know, or if he doesn't, just let him go. So we'll make all those decisions here in the week or so. But he shipped up here, and it looked like he actually was handling himself pretty well. I went up and saw him a couple days ago, and he wasn't tearing the stall up, so I don't know.
How's his Paul?
I haven't had my hands on him to even see him.
Race soon?
It's Friday. Yeah, we've got 10 horses in training. Instead of 7 of them are going to race in stakes this weekend.
Busy weekend.
It'll be a busy weekend.
How many different locations?
All up in Pimlico.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
So, there's always that angst about sending a horse off and not being able to follow the track.
Yeah. There's a little bit of nervousness or tension, especially for her this weekend, just because she hadn't really won a race in several months, and you know, she's had excuses here and there. Didn't want to go long, didn't want the grass, had mucus, and now we're, you know, back to 6 furlongs on the dirt. She's doing good.
That's her best, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, she's got really no excuse that I can put my finger on going into this race, and if she doesn't win, then it's going to be extremely disappointing.
She hasn't finished out the money. Except for the ones, right?
Except for the ones, yeah. But it's just one of those things where we had some pretty...
Oh, how lofty.
Had some very lofty goals and dreams about what you can do this year, and if she...
That's when you sell.
Yeah.
That's when you sell.
Right. Well, we're beyond that now, and you know.
That's okay. That's okay.
But no, it's just a matter of having to realign our expectations if you can't win this weekend. So, which I would rather not have to do. I'd rather continue on towards Saratoga and Grade 1s.
She's a good horse.
No, she's a good horse, win, lose or draw. But
yeah, she's a good horse either way.
I was telling my wife last night. You know, I've got 7 horses running, and it feels to me like if the other 6 all win, but she loses, I'll come out of the weekend being disappointed.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it all kind of revolves around her right now.
So many things go into that.
Oh, I know. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I mean, if you're in this business and you're not a hoper and a dreamer, then you're in the wrong business.
I know. I guess I wouldn't put out the news, though.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
I mean, you don't want to be like Tommy Lasorda, you know, in the end stage of his career, like, oh yeah, won another one. Oh yeah, let's move on. Or lost another one. Okay. You like to have passion. Little girly.
But it's also, I mean, aside from the horse herself, she's probably my best chance to win a race this weekend. And if you can win a race on Preakness weekend in front of the whole world, you know, it might do wonders for your career, kind of thing, you know.
So she'll be on Saturday.
She's on Friday, actually. It's a Black-Eyed Susan Day.
Do you have any on Saturday?
I'll have 3 on Saturday: Sunny Inspired, Elevated, and No Breaks.